So back to where I was, sorry about all the jumping around here, but thanks for being flexible. So, you know, a lot of the problems that facing our waters are about the stormwater runoff. You all know that. We saw that in the demonstration there. So increased impervious surfaces cause excess nutrients to reach the water. Of course, plants help filter those things. High bacteria from the increased impervious surfaces. Again, filter, prevent geese from congregating. The geese don't like the taller vegetation. So suspended sediment due to the erosion. Plants help decrease shoreline erosion. Loss of fisheries due to unstable flow and high temperatures from the runoff. Plants help absorb that hot water and the polluted water from the asphalt surfaces. Loss of aquatic life is another problem due to the loss of habitat and the increased road salt. Again, plants filter, provide habitat, and filter out the toxins. So, like I was saying, it's not the end-all be-all, the only thing that needs to be done for water quality, but it's a really good start, and it's something that everyone can do. You can do a native garden in your yard, a rain garden, or a lakeshore buffer, and everyone can keep their street clean and avoid things from going into the street in the first place. So we know that stabilizing shorelines with native plants helps a lot of things. Controls the erosion, lawn maintenance, provides wildlife habitat and beauty. And just look what happens when you don't have any kind of anchoring, any kind of vegetation anchoring the shoreline. Of course, where Saul is standing there, he's like a over 6 feet guy, so he's not a shrimpy guy. So you can see how much shoreline was lost in just a couple of years. The neighbor was mowing to the edge, and the other neighbor wasn't. Unfortunately, there's reed canary grass, a very undesirable species there that where Saul is standing, but it holds the point even still that any kind of vegetation is better than that Kentucky bluegrass with the short little roots. So, you know, the trapped sediments and the nutrients and the pollutants, you know, a little bit of grass clippings makes a whole lot of algae. And people don't understand that as they're mowing their lawn and their grass clippings are going right into the lake. You might as well just go to the end of your dock, open up a big old bag of fertilizer and dump it in. So, you know, the mowed shorelines with the geese. So this is kind of why we started. This is what it's all about. It's kind of interesting too. About 4 months after I started, I was presenting at a town meeting in New Brighton, Minnesota, and the focus was on Long Lake. How many Long Lakes are there? There's a couple in our district. And I was touting the benefits of native plants and rain gardens and shoreline buffers. And then this man kind of frustrated me, said, why can't you people make it easy for us? I mean, you need a higher degree to figure out, you know, how to do these plantings and where to get them and, you know, all this thing. And I thought, you know what, this man is absolutely right. A little ornery, you know, taking out his anger on me, but yeah, good point. So I started a program called One-Stop Shopping to Restore Your Yard and Shore. Funny how that never took off, huh? Who could remember that long name? Then for one season, I had a program called Landscaping for Clean Water. Getting warmer with the name. And then finally came up with Blue Thumb, Planting for Clean Water. Paid someone to actually give us a nice logo. Logos go a long way. And all of a sudden the program kind of took off by itself. So here's the Blue Thumb website, and there's 3 main components about it: helping people do native gardens, rain gardens, and lakeshore buffers. And the bottom, if you scroll down on the website, you can see that was our media campaign last year. We had a billboard campaign. This year we're doing all kinds of radio spots. We're pooling our money and doing just a ton of media too. And it seems to be working. Our website hits have more than doubled in the last couple of months, but we've also been giving hundreds of workshops too around the state, so that probably has an impact as well. So native gardens, just so you can see, what the website is about here. Here's the native garden page. There's, you know, you can find the participating nurseries, list of landscapers, grant opportunities, list of the partners, use a plant selector tool, all kinds of things. Similar setup for the rain garden page. There's a how to build a rain garden video in the middle of that page. You can also see there's a Blue Thumb guide to rain gardens book. I forgot to bring a copy, but it's a really great how to do it from A to Z book. And you can buy it online on Amazon, or you can buy it at a bunch of local retailers, metro retailers, or it's also in the public library system. So you could check it out too. Here's the cover of it. So here's a lakeshore page. Got a little bit, there's kind of a pause here. The lakeshore page has a how-to video as well, how to do this, a project if you're interested in doing this, and also a planning packet from getting your permits to getting your mulch. I mean, like everything and maintenance and everything in between. And then there's also a few different planting blueprints and a plant selector, a cost calculator. So there's at the bottom there's an Excel spreadsheet where you fill out some numbers and it'll help you kind of guesstimate the cost of the project. So if you're hiring part of it done, you can kind of see, you know, what might be fair. So here's the plant selector tool, and so you pick your purpose, native garden, rain garden, lakeshore, whatever, and the type. Do you want a tree? Do you want a shrub? Do you want a flower? Do you want a grass? And then the environment. We just try to keep it simple. Layman's terms here. We're not going to be using terms like music, right? And then you fill out that and it'll give you a list of plants that might work. This is the shoreline calculator here to show you an example. Here's the stores. Again, they're mostly metro, but not entirely. We have one up near, you know, Brainerd area. We would love to get this expanded though, because part of the native is keeping it native. So keeping the seed source native. All the growers that are signed on here, the seed source has to be within 200 miles of where the store is. So list of landscapers. These folks have attended a training, and that's why they're on the website here. List of the grants available. We'd love to get all of those grants in statewide from all the different partners. So if you know of other grants that aren't on this website, let me know and we'll put them up there. Calendar of events. Like I said, this was back in February, but starting from like February to June, we do literally hundreds of workshops. And it's really inspiring that the workshops are really well attended. And now it's Barb's turn. She's going to be talking about Blue Thumb in the greater Minnesota area. And I'll hand it over.
So to advance, can't see here.
You can either use the arrows or just push on this thing.
There we go.